halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action. Winston. And that is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Ready?
Now Winston on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This is caught. It's Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, Brad, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Winston steps away. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake. Winston. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Winston to give is Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Winston. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Again, it's Winston. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 2nd and 2. Coming left, it's Ingram. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Moore, the man in motion. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point good by Prater. It's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And from his own end zone, Alontae Taylor will return it. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Again, it's Johnson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. There he goes, right side. 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On play action, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Running right, this is Ingram. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On 2nd down, Ingram. The pickup goes for 13. It sets him up 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Ingram will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. Nice hard charging run. Give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taylor now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Play action now. Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. On 1st and 10, Winston. He finds his man Johnson. Finding space at the 40. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. This is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Prater for the extra point. That will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
To throw again on second down. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Murray. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Winston to throw for it on fourth. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Murray trying again after the pick six. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Teams talk all the time about stretching the defense, and nothing stretches the field more than a deep ball. And I mean a deep ball. That one didn't connect, but certainly they'll be back on their heels.
Moore, the man in motion. Now Murray. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Murray now on first down. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
After after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Ingram. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second-half blowout material. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Winston. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that flag accepted. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Winston. Looking deep downfield. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Play fake. Winston. Complete to Washington. And he's got room. A little juke. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Throwing. Winston. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They go play action. Winston. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
He's going deep for Brown.